Coach, big game on Saturday coming up. Are we at the point now? I know you like to talk a lot about the team's performance, but are we at the point now where the result is really what matters?
Yeah, it's every weekend. We are every weekend in the situation that we are playing for the result. That's clear. So, and I know we have now 6 games to go in our regular season, and of course it's an important game on Saturday in our home stadium against a really good team. We know how they want to play. It's a clear style of play, especially with the ball and also aggressive against the ball and their counter press. And this is what we have to prepare. So we know that's an important game for us, especially in this part of the season, and this is what we have to prepare.
Go back to Anthony.
So, the new signings are here. Obviously, two of them were Red Bull 2 signings. How are they integrating into the first team, and do we think we're going to see Mosquera or Bregren at any point this weekend?
Yeah, we will see. So Mosquera was last week on the bench, but we didn't have the situation to bring him in because we had some substitutions before because of the yellow card and these topics which we had in Charlotte. And Gustaf is now in our team training session. So he joined 3 team training sessions. Then before these 3 team training sessions, he made the individual program with our coaches. So, the decision will be tomorrow after the training. If he's in our roster, I'm pretty sure he's not now directly an option for the starting lineup. But we will have a conversation with him, how is his feeling after the first team training session, and then to decide tomorrow if he's an option to come from the bench.
And if I can ask just about a bit of clarification, because on the Apple feed for the last 2 weeks, there's been mention that about Carlos Coronel and that he was potentially benched in favor of AJ Marcucci. It seemed that he had a knock that required Marcucci to take a spot. Is there any clarification you can give us? Like, was he benched? Was he?
No, we had a clear conversation that was during the Leagues Cup. So it was clear that first Leagues Cup that AJ is playing. This was on Thursday. Then on Sunday to come and that he has the same rhythm like in a regular week. That the second game is playing Carlos, and then he had an issue during the week with a small injury, and AJ played very well the second Leagues Cup game, and then it was for us clear the message. I spoke with Carlos as well that AJ is playing against Salt Lake, and then also that he's in the rhythm. Then this injury happened in the US Open Cup game, but it was a clear conversation, really good conversation. His reaction then also after our conversation was top from Carlos, and now it's clear. So the situation is clear. We are very, very satisfied that John is now here, McCarthy in our roster, and with his experience, with his leadership, that's important, and also with the quality. But it's clear now that Carlos is playing on Saturday against Columbus.
Next, we have Joe Pantorna on Zoom.
Andrew, just to go back to Gustaf for a second, what have you maybe been seeing from him in training? Kind of how Anthony prefaced it in acclimating to the team, but maybe what do you like about his game, or what have you liked from him so far?
Yeah, you can see that he's directly coaching his teammates in our small games or in big games, 11 against 11 in our tactical points. So very smart guy on the field, and from the tactical side. So it's that he's able to make the last step in our forward defending, to be very aggressive. So that he's stepping out. So not that he's going back, dropping back, and to look and only to shift in some moments. No, he wants to play very aggressive. He's looking for the next contact. He's looking for the next duel. And on top, what we have seen in the games, that he has the confidence with the ball, especially in small spaces, as a 6, as a 8, in small spaces, to turn, to play forward, to find the red zone, to play in the center or through the center. So this is what we have seen, but this is not now a biggest surprise for us, because we have seen him a lot of times in the games in his last club. So, and now he's here, and we are very happy that we can start now our work together.
Next, go to Sean.
Thank you, Coach. Sean Stockel, Allen Magazine. When we look at your year, it's been a typical year at home for Red Bull. You've been doing very, very well at home, particularly compared to away. At away, it's not been as good. The goal differential is very tight. what is your message also as goal scored to the team for the balance of the games that are here to get some wins on the road, because playoffs more than likely will be on the road and goals may wind up being a sort of a tiebreaker if it comes to that.
Yeah, but now this is not my focus, to be honest. We know that we have this issue, and I can always repeat my answer when I got this question about the differences between home and on the road, and I can respect every time these questions, but this is not my focus now to analyze now. I think we have enough time after the season. I know, and that's clear, when we want to win something special, or first of all to make the step for playoffs, that's clear. Then it's not only enough to collect the points in our home games. That's a clear situation. So, but now we are playing in our stadium, and this is the clear focus that we have to play our game, our style of play. And I would say when we talk in 2 weeks before Portland game, our performance on the road, I think we changed our performance, our behavior, our mentality, our atmosphere, the last games on the road. So that's different, maybe compare to the beginning of the games or mid of the season, the games. But to analyze now the big picture, I'm pretty sure we have enough time to talk about that after the season. And when we are talking after the season, I hope that will be on December.
Next, we'll go to Dan.
Good afternoon, Sandro. Hope you're doing well. Facing the Columbus Crew, obviously they made the deal earlier this season to bring over Daniel Gazdag from Philadelphia to improve their attack. And of course, they have Darlington Nagbe and Diego Rossi. What do you have to do to neutralize their attack going at your net? And also, how happy and proud are you that Julian Hall got called up to the U.S. under-17s?
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that he's now playing for the under-17. So it's clear. So, but yeah, I'm always happy for the guys when they got the call for their national team, and now he's playing for the under-17. So it's important tournament for them. And but yeah, for me it's more important. I'm more happier, to be honest, when he's playing very well in our games, when he's training very well in each training session, and this is what he did in the past. And Columbus, yeah, I think it's clear. Everyone knows in this country how they are playing, and with a clear style. What I said, especially with the ball, a lot of players. That they are able to read the situations with the first touch, with the second touch, very connected with the ball, very close, a good net. And yeah, we have to play very aggressive at the end. So we analyze all the games, but we know that we analyze also our games last season, and especially in the playoffs. So we have to prepare our style of play to be very aggressive against them. But of course, you will also have some phases in the game where you can't press, and then you have to control also the phase or the situation in the game when you maybe don't have the ball, and then to find the right moment where you start your press. But on the other side, when you are only looking and 90%, 95% only to look, okay, what you have to do against the ball, I think that's also a big mistake, especially against these teams when they are so good with the ball. Maybe they don't also not like too much then when they have to play against the ball. So I think we need also solutions with the ball, and not only to prepare everything against the ball.
Next, go to Mark.
Hey, Coach. Can you give us a Lewis Morgan update? I know, obviously, you've got the international break after this week. Is this the week to push him onto the field, or perhaps wait until give him a little more time?
Yeah, it's a really good process now with him. He starts now individual work in a higher load with Tony, our performance coach. So, but at the end we have to look. So it's good after that we have this national break, and that he's coming closer to the team training session. And then we have to decide before Portland game in Portland is on turf, I think so. So this is what we have to be in our mind. Is it then the right moment? But he's very close now with his individual program to make the next step in our team training session.
Next, go to Christian Arnold.
Coach, appreciate the time as always.
Yeah, me too.
I I'm curious. We were supposed to speak with the team sporting director today. That's not happening. I am just curious of what the conversations have been with you in the front office in terms of the transfer window, sort of the I guess little activity during that period of time, especially going into the stretch run for the season with you guys trying to get into that playoff positioning.
Yeah, to be honest, we have a lot of internal conversations in our club. That's clear. So the decision is right now. Okay, that's the transfer window is closed, and now we have to look forward. This is my part. This is my responsibility with the whole group, with my whole staff. So and then to have this focused, my whole energy about that, and not to think about okay, what could happen, or so why don't we have now another player more or something like that. It's clear. So I can understand the question 100% from outside, but at the end, that's my part is to have the focus every day to our players here on the field, in our gym, in our video session, to prepare the guys that we are ready for the games. That's my part.
Do you feel like the front office has given you the tools and to be successful this season and make the playoffs, especially with again with the way the transfer window played out this year?
I know, guys. Now it's a little bit. I heard about that. That's a little bit the topic now, front office or something like that. But please, when we analyze everything, not to forget that we have also some injury players like Lewis Morgan and Cam Harper. Yeah, this is also a part of the truth. But I can understand, of course, when you have 2 DP spots, 3 under 22 players, so that you have the question, okay, why don't we have the third DP players or the fourth under 22? This is what I can understand, 100%. But I think now, in this moment, for everyone in the club, for our crowds, for our supporters, for the players, especially for me as the head coach, it makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense to lose the energy and to think, I need more support from someone else, or so. No. So I feel comfortable every day when I be with my guys here on the pitch. That's it, and this is my responsibility. That's my job. And after that, so we can analyze about everything, what was good, and also what we have to improve. That's clear.
Everyone, we have time.
Thank you.
Everyone, we have time for one more question with Coach. We'll go to Gary.
Hey, Coach. Just curious. Columbus assigned a forward, Wissam Abu Ali. Just wondering if you and your staff have seen enough of him to see if you can be able to neutralize him so he doesn't become a wild card against the game. And you talked about being aggressive and, the key touches, especially in the midfield, where it can be either disruption or it can need to lead to your attack. How much is that going into the game that may be a key element of trying to win that game, which is now more of a must-win?
Yeah, now the pressure, I know that's good. It's a must win now. I know that's for me, of course, we want to win every game, every weekend, Gary. That's good. So, and for everyone outside, it's now a must win when you are looking on the table. I can understand. But for me, it makes no sense then to talk to the guys, okay, we must win this game. So for me, it makes more sense how we can win this game. And we have seen this last season 2 times. Against Columbus in the playoffs, so unlucky game in our home game where we lost in the last second, 3-2. So and now it's clear, Columbus crew, and what you said, they are playing with a high confidence with the ball in their ball position, a lot of rotations, and then we have to think about how we have to defend against them. That's it. That's the part, and then. After that, I'm pretty sure I will get some question in the press conference, and then I will try to give hopefully the best answer for you, for me, and the whole club.